Whenever you're traveling, try never to make assumptions before you actually can get there. Like, I want you to obviously really love a place, sure, from images, videos, etc., right? But never immediately be like, you know what? That's what it is. I believe it's so it has to be true. It may be the exact opposite of what you're actually perceiving, and that's really not a great thing. It reminds me of something known as Paris syndrome, for example, and I basically call everything Paris syndrome. Never go to a place and just expect for it to be that way because you said so, right? It's never going to turn out that way, and honestly, your hopes are probably going to be a little too high, right? So I want to go ahead and talk about Cairo. Cairo, it just happens to be in the top 5 places I'll never go back to again in a day of my life. And it has nothing to do with the overall outright beauty of Cairo. It is beautiful. It's incredibly unique. It almost feels outer-worldly, specifically if you are from the West. It's going to feel like a different planet for you. I have 3 Egypt-themed tattoos on my body. I have been obsessed with Egypt for as long as I can basically remember. All iterations of Egyptian culture, let's say, I have been obsessed with. I'm sure like many others around the world have been, pretty much based off of just seeing the initial images of the Great Pyramids at dusk. It just instantly sucks you in. So to answer the overall question, I will never go back to Egypt again a day of my life. And it has nothing to do with how beautiful it is, how unique it is, how good the food is, etc. It has everything to do with my experience in Egypt in the first place. So let's hop into a time machine and go back to the year 2013 or 14. I get sent on assignment to go photograph and get video of the Great Pyramids. So as I exit the plane, to go pick up my bags, I'm told, hey, come over here. Keep this in mind, we're at Cairo International Airport. I'm told my cameras, my drones, my communication equipment, my short-range communication equipment are all basically items that are going to have me looked at oddly, and the fact that they asked me what I said I was a photographer. I should have learned my lesson when the same thing kind of happened in Morocco in 2019. The moral of the story is, don't go to countries and say you're a photographer if it's not like a super westernized country, because that immediately is going to bring attention to you. But when they asked me what I was honest. Was I wrong for being honest? I may have been in this instance, but I guess based off of the overall technology that I was bringing that immediately got confiscated and held hostage, basically, that I really should not have done that. I think the city of Cairo is absolutely intriguing. It seems like there are a lot of scammers, though. Make sure you're not getting taken advantage of at the pyramids, because a lot of people just make up prices. They think you've never been there, or they think you're just a complete idiot. So what they do is they just make up prices at the pyramids, guys, right? Like one guy with the camel may say, hey, listen, I'll ride you out to the Great Pyramids for like $20. And I'm just like, $20? What do you mean by that exactly? Someone else may be like, 100. You get what I'm saying here? It's crazy. It's astronomical. Prices are not consistent. I had no real issues with the people as long as there was not money involved. The inconsistent prices with the camels, the inconsistent prices for taxis, the inconsistent prices for food. You could definitely see locals eating food, but the price is massively different for you because you're a foreigner. And it's just like, guys, you can't do that in our faces. That makes us not want to ever come back. Give money to the country type of thing. But long story short, I stayed there for 2 days, cut my trip extremely short because there was no point of me even being there now. And the reason why there are no videos or photos in this specific visual here is because I could not take any videos or photos in a place that I was going to get photos for my client. That shall not be named in this instance, right? But you probably know him. You cannot have a city exclusively based off of international tourism and then say you can't bring any cameras, drones, or anything that has the ability to photograph your city. We're coming for the memories. We're coming for the photos and video. You ask me why Egypt is a no for me? This is the reason why. But since you guys asked me, this is the reason why I say basically no to Egypt, kind of forever. Like the literal first time I went to Egypt, it was an amazing experience, but obviously something happened politically that made it so people are kind of on edge and they don't want photographers or anything like that in their country. But it's just sad. But that does not make me ever want to go back to this country for any reasons. I would definitely still put Egypt behind India as in places I never want to go back to again, guys. Definitely. I've been to countries that are extremely impoverished, but I have never experienced anything like I experienced in Egypt. And this is the reason why I would tell people to never go to Egypt. And it's crazy. Guys, it's beautiful, right? It feels like another planet here. But all right, guys, listen, you guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Enjoy your day thoroughly. Keep the questions coming. Another country you want to talk about? Let's do it. But what's interesting is I would still put India in front of Egypt, personally. But either way, guys, listen, you guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Enjoy your day thoroughly.